Hello everyone, it's Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a book video in so long and I am so excited for all the books I plan to read in the next couple of months. So here is my fall TBR. This is pretty much everything that I'm going to try to read October and November. I have this stack of books here, plus some audiobooks and some manga that I do want to read. If you want like a separate video for all of the manga that I plan on reading in October and November, let me know and I can make a video for that. This is very ambitious for me because I feel like I was in like a huge life slump, if you will, towards the end of 2022, and this whole year has been me trying to get over my life slump. I think the most I've read in a month is like 3 books. So the fact that like I have this huge pile of books that I want to read is a little ambitious, but I'm here for it. I'm excited. I love a challenge. I want to try to get these books read because I feel like I'm really going to enjoy everything that I've picked out. So up first on my TBR is the rest of the Clifton Forge series. This is a spin-off to the Jameson Valley series, and I listened to the Jameson Valley series on Audible. I really loved it and it became one of my all-time favorites, so I had to start the spin-off. I'm listening to this on Audible right now and I'm currently on Noble Print. This one is Forced Proximity and it's like secret relationship. There were different events that happened in the first few books that relate to what is happening in Noble Prince, and Luke is the sheriff of the town and he takes in Scarlet. She's hiding because the FBI is looking for her. It's not safe for her to be out. At first she doesn't really like him and he just kind of keeps to himself, but you know, they spend all this time together because she's in hiding and staying at his place and they fall in love. So I'm in the middle of it right now. I'm really enjoying it, and then I want to finish off the series by reading Fallen Jester and Tin Queen, and I'm so excited. I think Tin Queen is Logan's favorite book, and for those who don't know Logan's library, she is who I got this recommendation from, and her taste in audiobooks and just like books in general, superior. So super excited to finish off the series. Just reading it, it's like small town romantic suspense. I think this is perfect for fall. Next on my fall TBR, this actually just came out today, the day that I'm filming this, October 3rd, and it's Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I actually have not read Icebreaker yet. I will though. I really wanted to pick this up and read it because it's taken place at like a camp, and I think it's like shy boy, confident girl. It's one night stand, and I think it's like forbidden because they're both staff at the camp and like there's no staff fraternizing and they get together. So I just think this is going to be a really fun book and I can't wait to read it. This is also a very exciting book for me to read, but The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I will be doing a reading vlog on both Wildfire and The Graham Effect, but if you've read the Off-Campus series, we are going back to Briar U. This is about Gigi, who is Garrett and Hannah's daughter. She wants to be in like the women's national hockey team, and there's this guy Luke Ryder. They make a deal that he helps her get onto the women's hockey team and she puts in a good word with her dad, Garrett Graham, hockey legend. Very excited to like hop back into the Briar U universe. If you haven't read Off Campus, I think what's really great about it is that they're just so simple, so fun, and like you don't have to think while reading it. It's just like a good time. So I'm hoping that this book gives the same vibe. The next book on my TBR, I think this is perfect for this time of year because it's a fantasy book. I don't typically read fantasy, but I feel like everyone and their mother has read this and I'm so late to the game. But Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, I literally have no idea what it's about. Like, I think it's enemies to lovers. I literally do not know. I don't want to know. I want to go into this blind and I want to see if this kind of starts my romantasy journey. So this I'm going to try to read either this month or next month. And then kind of following in like the fall vibes, I also want to read The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the first book in a series, and on the back here it says The Naturals is Criminal Minds for the YA world. I feel like this is the perfect time to read it. I want to go into this blind because I read the Inheritance Games trilogy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes and I absolutely loved it. I loved the whole mystery of it and I love her writing. Like, I was like completely transported to like the Hawthorne mansion. I feel like I'm gonna be completely transported into this universe too, and I feel like I'm just gonna eat this up. So very excited to read this. And then speaking of the Inheritance Games, because I loved it so much, Of course, I have to pick up The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This just came out recently and I haven't read it yet, and I don't know why, because I absolutely love Jameson and Grayson. I'm a Jameson girly though, so love him. I think we're gonna get the point of view of both Grayson and Jameson. I'm so excited. Next on my TBR, I have Scoring the Player by Rebecca Genshak. This is the third book in the Campus Wallflower series. I read the first two books, Tutoring the Player and Hating the Player. I enjoyed those. I really enjoyed the second one. And what's really cool about these is they're companion novels, interconnected standalones, whatever you want to call it. There's a girl friend group that this follows. To me, it's like the equivalent of like the off-campus friend group. You know how they all lived in one house? These girls live together and then it's like each one of their romances. So this one is Dahlia's book and we meet her in the first two books, and it's with Felix, who I believe is the star football player. Each book kind of focused on like a different sport. So the first one was, I believe, hockey. The second one is basketball, and now this one is football. So I just think it's fun exploring like different sports at this college. So I'm expecting good things from reading this book. The next book is a little different compared to what I usually read. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. My friend Ariana really loved this book, so I really wanted to pick it up. This is a memoir. Just like reading the blurb and everything. I'm a young woman in my 20s. I'm 24. I think this is just like everything about, you know, growing up, being in your 20s, like work, love, friendships, stuff like that. And I think this is something that I can either find relatable or helpful, or I don't really know what to expect, but I am looking forward to reading this. Then I really want to read this before I watch the movie. The movie's been out for quite a bit now, but I just haven't watched it yet because I really want to read the book first. And it's Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen. Honestly, I don't really know what it's about, and based on what I see from the trailer, I think it's a love triangle. She goes to Taipei and meets these two guys, if that's correct. I don't know. I kind of want to go into this blind. I want to read this and reward myself by watching the movie. And then the last book I want to read in the next couple of months, I'll Always Be With You by Monica Murphy. This is a part of the Lancaster universe, and I believe this is the fourth book that's out in that universe now. I read Things I Wanted to Say But Never Did back in like 2021 and absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good. And then I read A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime in 2022. Again, absolutely loved it. And then I read Promises You Meant to Keep. That one I did not really care for. I think it definitely fell off compared to the first two books, but I still loved the series and like I loved the universe. And Lancaster Prep is like a very rich private boarding school, so it definitely gives you like old money Gossip Girl kind of vibes. So I feel like this is the perfect time to read this because I feel like Gossip Girl is just like a fall show, so this should be like a fall book, you know? And those are all the books that I have on my fall TBR. I'm hoping that I can get these read by the end of November. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books and what you think of it. Let me know what's on your fall TBR. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for any more bookish content. And I will see you guys in my next video.